Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about modes. It's a question I get asked a lot about because it's kind of simple yet confusing. The main idea is that it's a scale but starting and ending in a slightly more unusual place. So if we take a nice simple scale like C major, I can assume you know this already. So we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You do this on piano, any instrument, same idea. Now, if I take that scale but start and end on D instead, so I'm going to start one note later and end one note later, that's a mode, okay? So that's the second degree. So I've started using exactly the same ingredients, but started and ended one note later. And I can keep going until I get back to the same note, so I can start on the third note, which is E in this case. And you can hear you get quite a different flavour from that. Listen to how dark that third one is, the third mode, compared to the first one. Weird that they're the same but so different. And that's all a mode is. That concept is quite simple. So whenever you learn a scale, you actually learn as many scales as there are notes in the scale. For example, the major scale has got 7 notes, so you're actually learning 7 modes at the same time, which is pretty cool. But what you need to know is what they're called and the order that they come in. So you need to know, for example, that the second note that I started on, the second degree of any major scale, is always called a Dorian scale. And they've all got quite difficult names. That's where it gets a bit confusing, but don't be put off by them. They're just a name of something to remember. So the names of the modes are
ooh, ooh, ah.
That's right.
Ah. Obviously.
No, finally.
Yeah, boy.
Good. So they're the modes. So slightly confusing names. Remember the order though. Learn these names, learn the order, and then simply learn a major scale, start it one note later and end it one note later for the Dorian scale. Start it 2 notes later on the third note for a Phrygian scale, and so on, and that's all the modes. There are obviously different positions to play in them and the more octaves and stuff like that, but we'll go into that in other videos. Well done. Any questions, put it in the comments or come to see me. Good work. Bye bye.